Hi, welcome back to Between Thoughts and Feelings. If you're here again, thank you for coming back. Now take a moment, just like last time. No pressure, just be here. So today I want to talk about something that feels a little hard to explain, but very easy to feel. Why don't we feel like ourselves anymore? You know that feeling when nothing is completely wrong, but something just isn't right either. You go through your days, you do what you're supposed to do, you talk, you respond, you exist. But deep down, you feel a little disconnected. Like you're there but not fully there. And sometimes you start wondering, when did this happen? When did I start feeling like this? Was I always like this, or did something change? And maybe the hardest part is you don't always have a clear answer. It's not one big moment, not one clear reason. It's usually something quieter than that. Small things that slowly shift something inside you. Changes you didn't really notice at the time until one day you just don't feel like yourself anymore. Maybe it's because you've been through things that changed you. Maybe you had to adapt to situations, to people, to expectations. And without realizing it, you start becoming someone who could handle everything, but not necessarily someone who feels like you. Or maybe you've been ignoring parts of yourself for too long. Things you felt, things you wanted, things you needed. And little by little, you stopped listening. And now it's not that you don't exist anymore, it's just that you don't recognize yourself the same way. And that feeling, it's confusing. Because you try to go back to how you used to be, back to the version of you that felt lighter, clearer, more you. But it doesn't work like that. You can't always go back because you're not the same person anymore. And maybe that's what we struggle with. We think feeling like ourselves means becoming who we used to be. But what if that's not the point? What if this version of you, even if it feels unfamiliar, is still you, just changed? Still figuring things out, still adjusting, still becoming. And maybe the goal isn't to find yourself again. Maybe it's to get to know who you are now. Without pressure, without forcing it, just slowly. Because maybe feeling like yourself again doesn't happen all at once. Maybe it happens in small moments. When something makes you feel a little more present, a little more real, a little more connected. And maybe that's enough for now. Not having everything figured out, not fully recognizing yourself yet, but still being here, still trying, still becoming. So if you've been feeling like this lately, like you don't really know who you are anymore, you're not alone. And you're not lost in the way you think. You're just in a part of your life where things are shifting, and that space, even if it feels uncomfortable, is still part of you. So maybe today, instead of asking, why don't I feel like myself? You could ask, who am I becoming? And just sit with that for a moment. Thank you for being here again, for sharing this space with me. And I will meet you between thoughts and feelings.